Om Sri Guru Basavalinkaya Namaha. Yesterday, we saw about the errors in statistics. Errors in statistics. In that, one problem also given to you. What is that one? If the radius of a circular ring R given as 1.21 centimeter, 1.22 centimeter, 1 centimeter. Okay, this is what R1, this is R2, this is what R3. First, we should calculate what is that one? True value. Here, true value means already we know what R is given, so R mean. Here, R mean is equal, how you find out R mean? R1 plus R2 plus R3 divided by 3. Okay, so this one, what R mean is equal, we may write R1 what? 1.21 plus R2 1.22 plus R3 1.23 divided by 3. So, R mean is equal to how much? 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. Here 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3.66 by 3, that is 1.22 centimeter. That is R mean. So, its true value is equal to R mean is equal to 1.22 centimeter. This is, what is this one? Its corresponding true value. Okay. Next one. Second one, what we find? Absolute errors. Okay. Absolute errors. Here, how many quantities are there? 3 quantities are there. So, we should find out what is that one? 3 errors. First one what? Delta R1. Delta R1 is equal to what? Modulus R mean minus R1. So, what is R mean? 1.22 minus R1 what? 1.21. That is equal 0.01. Similarly, delta R2. Delta R2 what? R mean minus R2. So, R mean how much? 1.22 minus R2 how much? 1.21. That is equal 0. What is that one? R2, 1.22. So, 1.22 means what is that one? 0. Next, delta R3. Delta R3 what? R mean minus R3. That is equal to 1.22 minus 1.23. Magnitude, so this is also 0.01. So, these are the absolute errors. Next, we should find out what? Mean absolute error. Here, mean absolute error. Absolute error is denoted by delta R. So, mean means what? Delta R mean. So, delta R mean how you find out? Number of sum of absolute errors by number of absolute errors. That means delta R1 plus delta R2 plus delta R3 divided by 3. So, that is equal to how much? 0.01 plus this one is nothing but 0. So, 0 plus 0.01 divided by 3. That is 0.02 divided by 3. That is 0.0. What is that one? 0. 3 6 ja 18, 20, 6 ja 7 ja, like that. So, that is delta R mean absolute error. Therefore, delta R mean is equal 0.00667. We are considering this much of digits. Next, after this, we should find out what is that one? Relative error. So, relative error. What is the relative error formula? Relative error is equal delta R mean divided by R mean. So, delta R mean how much? 0.00667 divided by R mean how much we got? 1.2. This one you may write 667 into 10 to the power of minus 5 by 122 into 10 power minus 2. 122 5 is 660. So, point again 122 5 is 660, 10, 10 0. So, 0 and what is that one? 100, 1000. 1000 means approximately 8 into 10 to the power of minus 3. That is 0.005508. That is what is that one? Relative error. So, here the relative error, after that percentage error. Percentage error means what we know, percentage error is equal relative error into 100%. Relative error into 100% means what? 0.005508 into 100%. That will become 0.5508 percentage. This is said to be percentage error. This is said to be what? Percentage error. Like this, we are able to find out the required quantities. These are what is it? The yesterday given data. Here, what is this one? Once again, who are not listened to the yesterday class, see, observe carefully. Errors. In statistics, if the given data is R1, R2, R3 like that, then here true value means arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean means what? Number of sum of the given data, that means given values divided by number of given values. Here R1, R2, 3 given. So, true value means what? R1 plus R2 plus R3 by 3. By simplifying, you will get R main. Next, what is the other one? Absolute errors. Absolute error means what? Modulus of true value minus that observation gives absolute error. Here, how many observations are there? 3. So, how many absolute errors we are able to get? 3. Generally, absolute error is denoted by delta into that quantity. So, here radius given. So, delta R1, delta R2, delta R3. Delta R1 means what? Modulus R mean minus R1. Delta R2 modulus R mean minus R2. Delta R3 R mean minus R3. We are able to get 3 absolute errors. Here mean absolute error. Mean absolute error means what? Sum of the quantities divided by number of quantities. Sum of the quantities means what? Absolute error means what? Delta R1 plus delta R2 plus delta R3 divided by 3, you will get delta R main. Here, next relative error. Relative error means what? The ratio of mean absolute error to the what is that one? True value. That is said to be relative error. So, mean absolute error what? That is delta R main. By true value is what? That is R main. So, R main by R main. So, by simplifying, we will get relative error. Percentage error means what? Relative error into 100%. Then you will get that. Okay. These are the types of errors which are used in statistics. In generally, when we are doing the problems, we are getting the arithmetic operations. We are able to get what is that one? Arithmetic operations. In that arithmetic operations also, we are able to write the errors. Generally in mathematics, how many arithmetic operations are there? 5. One is said to be, what is that one? Addition. Second one is said to be subtraction. Third one is said to be multiplication. And fourth one is said to be division. And fifth one may have powers. 5 type of operations will be there. Now, we will see what is that one? Errors. Errors in what is that one? Mathematical operations. Here, errors in mathematical operations. Mathematical operations, how many are there? 5 are there. What are those? Addition, next subtraction, multiplication, division, power. Generally, these will come in our physics. So, here the first one is said to be addition. Addition. Okay. In addition, how we are able to get what is that word? Error. Observe carefully. If Z is sum of A and B, if Z is sum of A and B, comma, their possible errors are plus or minus delta Z, comma, plus or minus delta A, comma, plus or minus delta B. Then we may write Z is sum of A plus B is equal to what? A plus B. This is clear? So, consider this as equation 1. By considering errors, here what is the Z error? Z error is plus or minus Z. So, Z plus or is equal to A. By what is the A error? Plus or minus delta A. So, total quantity A plus or minus delta A plus B. B means what is the, by considering error? B plus or minus delta B. You may write like this. Z plus or minus delta Z is equal A plus or minus delta A plus B plus or minus delta B. This one we may write Z plus or minus delta Z is equal, you may write A plus B plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta B. Okay. Here already we know Z is equal to what? A plus B. So, here Z A plus B we may cancel. So, plus or minus delta Z is equal plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta B. Here we consider the, what is that one? We consider maximum possible error. Maximum possible error. Maximum possible error means always we should consider what? Plus only. So, you may write delta Z is equal delta A plus delta B. This is the error in addition. This is the error in addition. So, here what is that one? If Z is sum of A and B, their possible errors considered as plus or minus delta Z, plus or minus delta A, plus or minus delta B. Here, what is given? Z is sum of A and B. So, Z is equal to A plus B. By considering their errors, Z is original value, plus or minus Z is error. So, total value will become Z plus or minus delta Z. Equal A is original value and A error is plus or minus delta A. So, total value will become A plus or minus delta A plus B is original value and its error is plus or minus delta B. So, total value will become B plus or minus delta B. This one we may write Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to what? A plus B. A plus B plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta B. Here from equation 1, A plus B is equal to what? Z. A plus B is equal to what? Z. So, I cancel A plus B. So, remaining what? Plus or minus delta Z is equal what? Plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta B. That is, what is this one? Its corresponding error in addition. Now, you should tell what is that one? What is the relative error in addition? Try to tell what is the relative error in addition. Here, relative error means we know what? Absolute error divided by what? Original value. So, delta Z by Z is equal, here what is that one? Error is delta A plus delta B divided by original value what? A plus B. This is said to be relative error in addition. relative error in addition. What? Delta Z by Z. Why? Relative error means we know. What is that one? Relative error means the absolute error by original value. So here delta Z is the absolute error for Z. So delta Z by Z is equal delta Z what? A plus B divided by Z what? A plus B. So we may write that is relative error. Similarly, for this, what is the percentage error? Tell percentage error. Percentage error already we know. What is the percentage error? Percentage error in addition. According to our definition, percentage error is equal to what? Percentage error is equal relative error into 100%. Relative error into 100%. So what is the relative error? That is delta Z by Z into 100%. In other words, how you write? Delta A plus delta B divided by A plus B into 100%. This is said to be, what is that one? Its corresponding, what is that one? Error in addition. I will give one example. Here, example. If a particle displacement is plus or minus 0.01 centimeter and 3 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter. Then what is that one? Find number one. What is that one? Their total error in addition. Number two, relative error. Next one, percentage error in addition. Percentage error in addition. Okay, see carefully. Here, what is that one? By observing the given data. By observing the given data, try to tell what is given. What is given? Here, solution. What is given? Here, A plus or minus delta A is equal to plus or minus 0.01 centimeter. Okay? And B plus or minus is equal 3 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter. Okay? Now, therefore, compare A is equal to what? 2, B is equal to what? 3, delta A is equal to what? 0.01 and delta B is equal to what? 0.0. Okay? A, 2, delta A 0.0 and B 3, delta B 0.0. Okay? Now, first we want to find out what? Total error. So, total error in addition. What is our formula? Total error in addition is, what is that one? Delta A plus delta B. So, delta A how much? 0.01 plus delta B how much? 0.02. That is equal to what? 0.0. That is the total error in addition. Next, second one, relative error. So, relative error in, what is that one? Relative error in addition is delta A plus delta B divided by A plus B. Relative error, what? Delta A plus delta B by A plus B. So, here what is the delta A plus delta B? 0.01 plus 0.02 by A plus B how much? 2 plus 3. That is equal 0.03 by 5. So 0.0 here error 0 means 36. So that is relative error. Next, third one, percentage error. Percentage error means what is the formula? Percentage error is relative error into 100%. Relative error into 100%. Yes or no? Relative error into 100%. What is the relative error? Relative error is 0.006 into 100%. So 2 digits, 2 places gone. So 1 place remaining. So 0.6%. Okay. So like this we should do. Okay. If a particle displacements, 2 displacements are there. So A is equal, A plus or minus delta A is equal what? 2 plus or minus 0.01 centimeter. B plus or minus delta B is equal to 3 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter. Okay. Now here comparing these two, A is equal to delta A 0.01, B 3, delta B 0.0. No need to write plus or minus. Now total error in addition, the maximum error what you wrote? Delta A plus delta B. Always consider that as a total. So delta A plus delta B. That means 0.01 plus 0.02, 0.0. Okay. Next, relative error in addition. Relative error what we got? Delta Z by Z. That means delta A plus delta B by A plus B. Here values given. So delta A plus delta B by A plus B. That means 0.01 plus 0.02 by 2 plus 3. That is 0.03 by 5. That is 0.006. Okay. Next, here we should consider percentage error. Percentage error means what? Relative error into 100%. So we may write 0.006 into 100%. 100% means decimal point shifts 2 more digits. So it will become 0.6%. Understood? So this is said to be what is that one? The under addition. We are finding the errors. We are finding the error. Next, the error in subtraction. Next, error in subtraction. Addition completed. Second one is what? Subtraction. See, the error in subtraction. Observe carefully. The second one is, what is that one? Error in subtraction. Error in subtraction. Here, how you find out error in subtraction? If what is that one? Z is difference of A and B. A and B, comma, their errors are, here errors are what we are considering, plus or minus delta Z, plus or minus delta A, plus or minus delta A. Then Z is equal to what we write? A minus B, equation 1. By considering errors, same method by considering errors. If you consider errors, how you write? Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to plus or minus delta A minus B plus or minus delta B. Okay. So from this you may write Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to A plus or minus delta A minus B, minus into plus minus, minus into minus plus. So again plus or minus delta B. So this one we may write Z plus or minus delta Z is equal A minus B plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta. Here already we know A minus B is equal to what? Z from equation 1. So Z A minus B cancel. So you may write plus or minus delta Z is equal to what? Plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta. After this, what is your conclusion? For maximum error, we consider what? Plus only. So delta Z is equal delta A plus delta B. This is, what is this one? The equation 2. So here that is the maximum error in subtraction. If you observe earlier and this one, there is no difference in between maximum error in addition and subtraction. Both is same. What is that? Delta A plus delta B. Next, after knowing this, next we should know what is that one? Relative error. Here, relative error means you know what? Delta Z by Z. So delta Z what? Delta A plus delta B by Z what? A minus B. Z is equal to what? A minus B. So that is the relative error. So here relative error in subtraction is given by what? Delta A plus delta B by A minus B. This is not like the same addition. Why? Here in the denominator what came? A minus B. Their denominator what came? A plus B. So numerator is same but denominator is different. Next here we may find out percentage error. Percentage error. What is the percentage error here? That is equal relative error into 100%. Relative error into 100%. Why the relative error? Delta A plus delta B divided by A minus B into 100%. So this is the percentage error. So percentage error we may got, what is that one? That is delta A plus delta B by A minus B into 100%. Okay. Now here I will give an example. What? Example, if outer radius of ring is 5 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter and inner radius is 3 plus or minus 0.01 centimeter. Find thickness of ring, comma, its relative error and percentage error. Here what I am giving, one ring is there. For this ring, outer radius given and inner radius given. We want to find out what is that one? Thickness of the ring. If you observe carefully the given problem, here what is the solution? One ring is there. Here ring means like this now. Here the outer radius is R1 and inner radius is R2. This is material of the ring. Now this distance is what? Thickness. Okay. Therefore here thickness T is equal what? Outer radius minus inner radius. R1 minus R. Here outer radius is equal to what? R1 is equal with error, if you consider R1 plus delta R1 or R1 plus or minus delta R1 is equal what is given 5 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter. Next, here R1 is equal to what? 5 and R2 is delta R1 is equal to what? Delta R1 is equal how much? That is 0.02. Next, inner radius. Inner radius. Inner radius is equal to what, right? R2 plus or minus delta R2. That is equal to what is given? 3 plus or minus 0.01 centimeter. So, by comparing to what? 3, delta R2 is equal to what? 0.01. Now, you know R1, delta R1 and R2, delta R2. Now, I want to find out what is this one here, the total error. Okay. So, here the total error in thickness. We want to find out what is that one? Find thickness of ring. So, thickness of ring. Thickness of ring. Thickness of ring, how you write? That is R1 minus R2 plus or minus delta R1 plus delta R2. Why? Because thickness of the ring means we may write Z plus or minus delta Z. So, here Z means what? R1 minus R2 and delta Z means what? Delta R1 plus delta R2. This one I am considering Z and delta Z is equal to what? Delta R1 plus delta R2. Why? In earlier, in subtraction we got delta Z is equal to what? Delta A plus delta B. So, we may write that as delta R1 plus delta R2. So, here thickness, try to tell what is the thickness? R1 how much? 5, R2 3. So, 5 minus 3. Plus or minus delta R1 how much? Delta R1 0.02 plus 0.01. So, we may write 2 plus or minus 0.03 centimeter. That is the thickness. Here Z is equal R1 minus R2. How much? 2. Delta Z is equal delta R1 plus delta R2. How much? 0.03. Now, relative error. What is the relative error formula? That is delta Z by Z. So, delta Z how much? 0.03 by Z how much? 2. That is 0.015. That is the relative error. After getting the relative error, percentage error. Here, percentage error. Percentage error is equal to what? Delta Z by Z into 100%. Relative error into 100%. That is 0.015 into 100%. That is equal to what? 1.5%. So, the percentage error will become what? 1.5%. This is clear? So, this is what is that one? The error in subtraction. The error in subtraction. Now, error in addition completed, error in subtraction completed. Next one what? Error in multiplication. Error in what? Multiplication. Okay. So, generally multiplication means products. Multiplication means what? Products. So, what we write? If Z is here, what is the one? Third case, error in product. In product. Product means what? Multiplication. Here, how you write the error in multiplication? Here, multiplication means if Z is product of A and B, if Z is product of A and B, comma, their errors are plus or minus delta Z, comma, plus or minus delta A, comma, plus or minus delta B. Then we may write Z is equal to what? A into B, equation 1. Z is equal to what? A into B, equation. By considering errors, By considering errors, Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to what? A plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus delta B. We may consider this. Now, by simplifying, Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to what? A into B plus or minus delta B into A plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus delta A into delta B. You may write like this. Here, plus or minus delta is equal to A into B, A into B, A into delta B, so delta B into A, delta A into B, delta A into B, delta A into delta B, delta A, delta. Okay. So, here if both sides divided by Z, both sides divided by Z. So, divided by Z, Z means what? A. Both sides divided by Z, that means A. Then, how you write? Here, Z plus or minus delta Z by Z is equal, here what? A into B plus or minus delta B into A plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus delta A delta B divided by AB, divided by, what is that one? AB. Now, here this separated, then Z by Z 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z is equal AB by AB 1 plus or minus this one delta B into A by AB plus or minus delta A into B divided by AB plus or minus delta A into delta B by AB. You may write like this, or first one also you may write AB by AB. So, AB cancel, 1, here AA cancel, here BB cancel. Now, this one we may write, if delta A very small, delta B very small, then delta A into delta B approximately 0. If delta A is 0.01, delta B is also 0.01, then delta A into delta B 0.0001. That means very small. So, we may consider the product of changes will become, product of errors will become very small, so 0. That means neglected. 0 means what? Neglected. If the last term is neglected, then you may write 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z is equal 1 plus or minus delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. You may write like this. Now, by comparing, delta Z by Z is equal delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. Here, therefore, relative error. Relative error means what? relative error means delta z by z, that is equal to consider maximum. So delta A by A plus delta B by B. So here maximum we consider. Maximum means what? This one you should consider plus only. So this is the relative error in multiplication. That means in multiplication there is no total error, only relative error will be there. Next, here percentage error. Percentage error means you know what? Relative error into 100%. Relative error into 100%. So, relative error what? Delta A by A plus delta B by B into 100%. This is the relative error. This is what? Relative error. So, like this we are able to explain about relative error. Next one, here suppose if you take one example. If you take one example I will give. Here one example, if a rectangular plate, if a rectangular plate length is 5 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter, breadth is 3 plus or minus 0.01 centimeter. Okay, find relative error and percentage error in area of plate. Area means what? Length into breadth. So area we should consider. Here solution. First L is equal not L, length. Length means what you consider? L plus or minus delta L is equal what? 5 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter. So delta L is equal to what? 0.0. Next, this is length. Next, breadth. Breadth means what you consider? B or minus delta B is equal, what is given? 3 plus or minus 0.01 centimeter. So B is equal to 3, delta B is equal 0.0. This is okay. Now, we should consider relative error. We should consider what? Relative error. So, here relative error in area. Relative error in area. So, area means what? A plus or minus delta A. That is equal. Here relative error in area we should find out. So, what we write relative error? Delta A by A maximum. So, delta A means what? Delta L by L plus delta B by B. Okay, that's only relative error. Na? So, here area. A means here what? Area. So, what is delta L by L? That is how much? 0.02 divided by 5 plus here this is 0.01 by 3. 0.01 by 3. So, we are able to find out their corresponding relative error. Corresponding relative error. Here the relative error we may write. What is that one? The relative error is equal to relative error in area. Relative error in area is equal to, what is the LCM? 15. So, here 3 into 0.02, 0.06 plus 5 into 0.01, 0.05. That is equal 0.11 by 15. So that is equal 0 point. So error 0, 110. 110 means 15 6 ja 90. So 15 7 ja 105. So 7 also okay. So 7 and another one what? 110 minus 105 5. Point already there 0 50. 15 3 ja 45. 15 3 ja 45 like that. So that is the relative error. Next, percentage error in area. Percentage error in area. That is equal to what? Relative error into 100%. Relative error into 100%. So relative error what? 0.0733 into 100%. That will become 7.33%. This is percentage error in area. Now you got all. Okay. Similarly, in division, okay. So fourth one in division. Afterwards, okay. Error in division. Error in division. Here, what is that one? Division simple. If Z is equal to A by B, okay, then delta Z by Z is equal same delta A by A plus delta B by B. That means in what is that one? Multiplication and division, the error will be same. Okay, in multiplication and division, relative error remains same. So there is no change in multiplication and division for relative error. Okay, remember this carefully. In next period, we may see what is that one regarding powers. After that, we should know the rules for significant figures. Already you learned in chemistry. Afterwards, we will move into rounding of the numbers. Rule for rounding of the numbers. Then this chapter will be concluded. Okay. So we will see this one after the next, that means coming next Tuesday. Why? The one day is holiday for online classes. So wish you happy Dasra, enjoy the Dasra vacation. We will meet